It was awesome.
Look at this. Look at it. We are back. You saw what happened. We are back. Game one, it's becoming more of an aberration. Game two start off badly, but we started to bring it, get out of it. We got out of it with a win. Tonight, tonight was last year's Avs out there. Tonight was the Avs that gave us this and this. Those are the Avs I know. That we were down by we were down for this much. Then we just took it from them and kept poking them with it, just poking everything. I believe we're back. Our big three with Landeskog out. It's McKinnon, Rantanen, and McCarr. Those three showed out. McKinnon had 2 goals. Rantanen finally got out of the shadows that he had been in briefly. Had 3 points. McCarr had a pair. Including the assist was on a shorthanded goal. We're back. We are. And that's not selling Seattle short because Seattle, oh boy, Seattle's monstrous. Because I knew that when this playoff started. That's a dangerous team. But we are too. After all, we've got the Holy Grail. We've got the brass ring. We're at the head of the table, and we want to stay there. So yeah, we showed out. We were the only. Ours was the only game that didn't go to overtime. Ooh, I loved days like this. I love days like this in the playoffs, where in the early rounds there's like 4 games, and all but one of them or all of them go to overtime. But of course, ours is the only one that didn't go to overtime. And I'm sitting. I got my TV's on mute. I got on TNT to show McKinnon's breakaway goal. Ooh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. But anyway, McDavid can't do that. But anyway, yeah, a lot of overtime. I love, of course, overtime. Overtime is the greatest 8-letter word in the English language, especially in the months of April, May, and June. And there was a lot of it. There was a lot of it today. We got another double overtime game. It was Vegas and Winnipeg, and I was really hoping Winnipeg would pull it out. I mean, they were down 4-1 in the third period, and they scratched and clawed until the game was tied. They tied it with about 20 some seconds left, and forced overtime. Problem was they had to start overtime shorthanded because Dubois committed a penalty. And then in the second overtime, he committed another penalty. Now, that one was killed, but the goal was scored right after that on a turnover. So, yeah, I still blame Dubois, though, because what the hell are you doing being so undisciplined in a sudden death period? 2 sudden death periods. So, yeah, he wants out of Winnipeg. I think he's going to end up getting kicked out of there. But, and so Vegas won. They're up 2-1. And to make matters worse, Morrissey's out for the rest of the series. He got injured in the first period. He was out for the rest of the game. And the news broke that he's done for the series. That's not good. Morrissey's been one of the best defensemen in the league this year. He's been he's their Cale Makar. He is. He's their Makar. He's their Fox. He's been great. But he's gonna be done for the series, and it doesn't look good. It does not look good for the Jets in the series. They have the goalie to stifle. They have the goalie to stifle Vegas, but you need players. And you need good defensemen, and he's their best one. So they're in a little bit of trouble. Of course, Toronto and Tampa. That was crazy. Funny story. So I'm watching this game, and Tampa's up 3-2. And I think there was about like 4 minutes left. And I said, well, it looks like this game's going to end on time. I said that on purpose. I said that on purpose to jinx Tampa because a lot of times with these TV schedules, a lot of times when a game goes overtime, it messes up a game that's supposed to come on after that. Of course, it was Turner's day, with the exception of the Rangers game, which was on ABC. and it was a triple header for TBS. And the Avs were supposed to be on TBS right after that game. When a game goes long, the game that's supposed to be on after that starts on another network. In this case, True TV, because True TV's been in bed with Turner and CBS for a few years with March Madness. And I said when it was about 4 minutes ago, looks like this game's gonna end on time. I said that as a jinx, because if I say that, that means it's not gonna end on time. I wanted Toronto to score. It worked. With 60 seconds even left, Ryan O'Reilly tied it, and then in overtime, it was crazy because I saw the clock. I go, "What are we're gonna see another double overtime game the same day?" No, Morgan Riley said enough of this. So Morgan Riley put it in, and it was on a Ryan O'Reilly assist. So it was Riley from O'Reilly. Imagine that. So Toronto's up 2-1 over a team that's trying to make their fourth straight appearance in the final. And of course, the Devils and Rangers went overtime too. Because I kind of didn't pay attention because I was watching the Avs the whole time. And then I switched to ABC. Something told me they were in overtime. Something about this day told me they're in overtime, and there they were. Overtime had just started, but it was the Devils that won it, and they needed it because if they had lost and gone down 3-0, yeah, they were screwed. But they got it. But even so, the offense isn't there. It was a 2-1 final, meaning they've scored 4 goals. In 3 games, and I think Hughes has 2 of them because he scored tonight. He scored tonight, and I think he had that penalty shot goal in game 1. So yeah, they have 4 goals. They have 4 goals total in this whole series, and Jack Hughes is 2 of them. That's not going to do it, especially against the Rangers. That offense needs to wake up. I know it's Shesterkin, but he can be beaten. I've seen it happen. He can be beaten. The Devils need to get that going. I say that even though I picked the Rangers to win that series, but the Devils need to get the offense going. But anyway, and of course, the Avs ended a very fantastic Stanley Cup playoff Saturday. Like I said, ours was the only game that didn't need overtime. We took it to them, 6 goals. It was great. So, again, as a result of the Devils' win, there will be no sweeps in round 1 this year. None. Every series is 2-1. Every series is 2-1 after 3. And of the 8 that are 2-1, 3 of them have the lower team up 2-1. The upset, if you will. I have to air quote upset because all 3 of them are in the 2-3 series. You got the Rangers, who are number 3 in the Metro, the Wild, number 3 in the Central, and the Kings, number 3 in the Pacific, up 2-1. It's an upset, but that's not really an upset. The upset is when a wild card takes out the division winner. We saw it 4 years ago. All 4 wild cards advanced. But that's an upset. When 3 beats 2, that's just one of those things. But yeah, so we got 2-3. There are 3 seeds up 2-1. The only one who isn't is Tampa, and they were close to making it happen. But yeah, so it should be interesting. We should get some close series. We should get some games. Remember last year, 5 first round series, 5 of the 8 went 7. So I think we should get a couple game 7s, but that's down the line. But the point is, we got a lot of overtime tonight, and the Avs made the statement. We remembered exactly who the hell we are. We did. So, as for tomorrow night, I'm glad I'm doing this on time for once. As for tomorrow night, well, I say tomorrow night, but the playoff action actually starts early. 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 10 a.m. for those of us here in the Pacific Time Zone. Is it nice to wake up in the morning and see Stanley Cup playoff hockey? But we're going to get that tomorrow. So it's the other 4 series. Game 4 between the Hurricanes and Isles. Canes lead the series, but the Isles took game 3, and they look to even it up. That's the first game. And then next, it's game 4 between the Bruins and Panthers. Boston's up 2-1, and they took game 3, and they kind of look to take full control Florida's looking to even it up on home ice. And then at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, um, it's the Wild and the Stars, Game 4, still in Minnesota. Um, the Wild lead that series 2-1, and they look to make it 3-1. And if the Wild are smart, they better start Gustafson. Uh, and of course the Sunday finale, Game 4, Oilers Kings in L.A. Crypto.com has been quite busy lately because both the Lakers and the Clippers played at home in the playoffs. I think that's like, is that a first? But I don't know. But both the Lakers and Clippers played at home, and this was a day after the Kings played Game 3 at home. Now the Kings will use Crypto.com Arena tomorrow night. Kings up 2-1. They're looking to really stick it to Connor McDavid and friends by winning Game 4. If they win Game 4, it's over. Because I don't think they're going to win. I don't think Edmonton's going to win Game 5. But yeah, so that's what's on tap for tomorrow night. That's my recap of tonight's action. What a night! If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe if you want more, and I'll be back tomorrow to recap the Game 4s. Hopefully it comes with the news that Edmonton could be facing a first round exit. So stay tuned.